Most times when people talk about Canadian experience, the focus goes only to having an actual work experience in Canada. Nobody talks about having a degree in Canada, right? So I'm about to share a story, and this is my struggle, and it helped me to realize that Canadian experience could mean work experience and having an actual Canadian degree. Like I said, this is a self-lived experience. It could be different for you, right? So before I migrated to Canada, I made my research, and part of my research was to look out for companies that my experience could be valuable to their operations. So I made use of LinkedIn to track most of these companies, and also I was able to access their websites, right? So why some I sent out my resume, and some I was able to approach them when I landed in Canada. One of the companies that I was able to approach, they offered me a contract position, which changed my story. And I am grateful to them. But there was this particular company that when I went to their office, they directed me to their website to apply through their website. So within that period, I learned about a career fair. And mind you, most provinces, they sponsor career fairs. This could be something you need to look out for. These career fairs, they help international trained professionals to have access to potential employers. So this particular career fair, I saw the list of companies that will be participating, and this particular company, they were one of them. So I saw this as a golden opportunity to meet them. I brushed off my resume, gathered every information that I needed, and on that day, I went to the venue and like man on a mission, right? So I moved straight to their booth. Immediately I got to their booth, I was able to interact with the representative. They directed me to their HR, who happened to be in a separate cubicle, because it was just once you come, they assess you there and then, and if you're lucky, you get employed immediately. So the HR interacted with me, and he made me to understand that what they were actually looking out for was contract positions and laborers, but they can't hire me. Definitely, I wasn't talking about getting hired as a laborer. I was talking directly as getting hired as an engineer, right? So he made me to understand that it could have been different for me because I had my degree, I had my experience, I had my certifications that is even directly to what they are doing, right? So, but he told me that it could have been different for me if my degree was from Canada. Yeah, so it just dawned on me that, wow, is this part of my struggle? But don't get me wrong, I still got jobs even without not having a Canadian degree. I even declined some job offers, right? But I knew that my story changed immediately I got my EIT. And you may want to ask, what does an EIT does for you? Yeah, so EIT helps you in two ways. First, it helps to assess your degree. And by assessing your degree, it's confirming that your degree, your syllable, your international syllable matches with the Canadian syllable. That is one. Two, it helps to assess your experience. So, and this is when you are heading towards your professional license, because that's what they call the competency-based assessment. So this competency-based assessment, it helps to assess your foreign experience. So by the time you get your professional license, you have created a confidence level, a higher confidence level that you match up with the requirements in Canada. That was how my story changed for good. But like I said, this could be different for some people, but this is my story. And I just decided to share it. And this is not to discourage you, but to help you to understand the need why, as an international trained professional, you need to look out for ways to give value to your foreign experience and foreign degree. So I wish you all the best in your journey, and we shall get there. Cheers.